When you take the life of a pregnant woman, you should be charged with 2 counts of murder, not 1, because the unborn baby is deceased now because of you, the suspect. If anybody else thinks different, they're wrong. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We have crime to talk about. So this is about a woman who was decapitated, 8 months pregnant, mind you, by her boyfriend. Now, why was he not charged with 2 counts of murder, y'all? He was only charged with her murder. The baby wound was 8 months. That fetus was 8 months. How is that possible? But they found her head in the trash can, away from her body. Now, I'm over here trying to picture a pregnant woman without her head. That is freaking horrifying. I don't know. We're just going to jump right into this one.
She was savagely killed. She was decapitated.
Lisa Dodd was 8 months pregnant when her boyfriend murdered her. Now he's going to prison for decades. Lisa's mother is here to remember her.
She was very much looking forward to becoming a mom.
Welcome to Crime Fix. I'm Anjanette Levy. Lisa Dodd was 22 years old in June of 2022. She was 8 months pregnant with her first child, a girl. She had dreams and was excited to become a mom. All of that tragically ended when her boyfriend, DeAndre Holloway, brutally murdered her in Alton, Illinois. The couple's relationship had been described as on again, off again, and Holloway was abusive. The Madison County State Attorney recently announced that DeAndre Holloway will spend 60 years in prison for Lisa Dodd's murder. His pregnant girlfriend, Holloway, killed Lisa, decapitated her, and put her head in a trash can. It's a horrific, horrific crime. You'll hear from the Alton police chief shortly. Holloway accepted a plea deal. He pleaded guilty to first-degree murder, intentional homicide of an unborn child, and concealment of a homicidal death, leading to his sentence. The Illinois Supreme Court ruled an unborn child couldn't be considered a second murder victim for purposes of seeking a life sentence for Holloway. Holloway was not the father of the unborn child. This plea deal spares Lisa Dodd's family from reliving the horrific crime all over again during a trial. The Madison County State Attorney said in a statement, "For the family and loved ones of Lisa, these types of issues have caused continued angst and uncertainty. This guilty conviction ends that. Our hope is that this conviction and sentence provide the family and loved ones some assurance and will be a step toward healing." In June of 2022, Alton Police Chief Marcos Pulido was so appalled by the crime, he released a video where he talked about the facts of the case.
Last week, June 9th, at about 12:59 p.m., the Alton Police Department did respond to a residence in the 3400 block of Boulevard Street in reference to a possible homicide. What was observed, what was learned, what was found is absolutely terrible. Every murder is absolutely terrible. We'll never take that away. But what happened to 22-year-old Lisa Dodd, who had just moved to this place in Alton, is beyond irreprehensible. It's abominable. It is completely terrible what happened to her. DeAndre Holloway, 22 years of age, who had an address from the Litchfield area and was from that general area, has been charged with her murder. But DeAndre Holloway, and it's probably the last time I'm going to use his name, and you will know whenever I'm referring to him. But what that monster was charged with today, about what she went through, can make some people just completely lost for words. That monster, that savage monster, has been charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder, 2 counts of intentional homicide of an unborn child, dismembering a human body. I'll say that again. Dismembering a human body, offenses relating to motor vehicles, and concealment of a homicidal death.
Then the chief laid into Holloway.
She was savagely killed. She was decapitated. Decapitated by a freaking savage monster. Her unborn child was also killed as a result of this. So she was brutally murdered, as well as her unborn child. This daughter, this mother-to-be, and her family were in the planning stages of a baby shower that was supposed to be at the end of June. But
hey, let me pause it real quick. Okay. Jeez. Y'all know something. I said it before. Decapitation is like one of the worst to me. You really like picture it. Picture it. You really have to picture it. Like, imagine somebody getting their head cut off. And I've done a couple on this channel. I think one too many, okay? I've done one too many. I've done like, I believe it was like, I could be wrong. I didn't even go back and check, but I think I did 3 or 4 this month. Like, y'all have to realize this is not normal. Like, it's not normal to cut somebody's head off. Now, it's just so grotesque. I think that's the thing. If somebody got like grotesque of a corpse or something, it was like gross abuse of a corpse, which he should too, because think about, you're holding them and like you're just cutting and you're not like stopping, and you can stop at any moment, but you continue. Now, also, you got to think about what tools they use. Y'all, I've done a case where somebody used a small knife. Like, oh my God. I'm over here thinking, how did was she dead before? Because I hate to say this, but realistically, in a lot of these cases, I be thinking that I hope when somebody is decapitated or dismembered by a disgusting individual that deserves to be burned at the stake, oh my goodness, I hope she was not alive at that time, because that is just unbearable to even think about, let alone I don't want to imagine that. But I pray she was not alive during that. That's another level of just, I got a feeling she was. Like, there are times, and once again, if you are new to this channel, I'm very blunt when I talk. And it's because of the crimes we talk about. You have to be blunt. I feel like you have to. I'm fixing my light, y'all. I feel like you have to, you know, it's so much crime going on. This is in 2022, but still, like, people y'all, this is not normal. Crime is not, like, it should not be normal. But I'm very blunt because these people get their lives taken away in such gruesome ways, and it's not fair. So every time I'm really blunt and just so detailed and rude, it's all to show and to explain just how disgusting these suspects are, because they're disgusting. These people all deserve the death penalty. I'm all for it. Get them out of here. They're wasting space anyway. Mind you, I should say, by the way, there is an execution happening today at 6 p.m. in South Carolina. If you have not seen that, a killer from, I think, the 70s, 1977 or 1990, some one of those. But he beat the parents of his girlfriends to death, with a baseball bat, mommy and dad back then. So he would be getting put to death by the firing squad. He chose that rather than lethal injection. I'm like, okay, first of all, also, I didn't know that they explained everything they showed what it's going to look like. Horrifying. Also, I didn't know people watched that. I know they watched the lethal injection, but I didn't know they watched the fire. I can't watch nobody get shot in the head. I really cannot, because they're going to cover his head. I can't watch that. I cannot. But they may have been on death row for like freaking ever. I'm just like, Y'all really just waste space up in here. Like, these people on death row. Now, don't get me wrong. I know I say I'm all for death penalty. I'm saying if it's proven that these people are serial killers and they murdered in just so in such crazy ways, and just the way they murder, like he beat her parents to death, get them out of here. It's like, why are they on death row for so long? Why are they just taking up taxpayer money? Why are they here? Oh my goodness, it's crazy. It's actually insane how many people we have in prison. Like, it's a lot of criminals in this world when you really think about it. I guess you can't just kill everybody, but maybe that's just the way I would want the world. But I'm talking about if they were evil murderers, y'all. Okay, I'm like, just get them out of here. But that would be a lot to do, to like plan and execute. That would be a lot. Like the 50 men that raped the whole that French woman who her husband, y'all, if you haven't heard about that case, oh my God, she was drugged and didn't even know for decades. Her husband it was 80 men, but they only caught 50 by camera, y'all, that they saw on video camera raping her, and they're all going to prison. Oh my goodness, I'm like, yeah, that's a lot of space that's about to be in there. And I'm like, y'all can really just get rid of these people. Anyway, sorry, let me stop. But yeah, such a horrifying way. This is so sad. She was 8 months pregnant. Like he said, just about a monster. Now, how do people meet? Like, I'm not even going to say that. Because there are cases where the dude can act like a gentleman at the beginning and swoo you in and act all normal, and then everything changed by just like a click. Everything changed. Like, they said it wasn't his baby, but that does not matter. Why did he kill her? I know I kind of went on about other stuff, y'all, but seriously, why did he murder her? Like, why would you want to take somebody's life like this? Head cases, y'all. Oh my God, I'm telling y'all, these head cases. We just did one, y'all know, the one with the newlyweds, 3 months into the marriage. He cut her head off and then just went to go get a drink at her store and then left. Oh my goodness. But this one, there's history of abuse, domestic violence, on again, off again. Look, let me tell you something. On again, off again, leave it off. Okay, stop going back, because that's crazy. I'm just talking about when you know the type of dude he is. I feel like if you were able to get away from these people, break up with him, good. And then because of like the way he act, it's not smart to go back to him. Oh my goodness. But then at the same time, there are a lot of freaking cases where you break up with somebody and they still try to kill you. So dang, it's like you lose. These people need to be more, they need to do more for victims of domestic violence. They need to put these people away in jail for longer. But yeah, he didn't care. He cut her head off. Oh my God, that's just so crazy. I swear to y'all, these are some crazy cases.
I was planning a funeral because of what a monster did. Irreprehensible. What a savage monster did to her. Her mother had to go through something that nobody should ever have to go through. First of all, no parent should ever have to bury their child. But her mother, not heard from her in a little bit, and wanted to go check on her to see if she was okay, and found her in a way that you
that's sad.
can't imagine.
Oh my
According to
God.
Lisa's obituary, her family described her as a
Okay, I was listening, y'all. I was trying to hurry check some. Her mother had to find her. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Oh my God, if I was a mother, like, even if I wouldn't want my mom to find me, oh my God, you never wish that on anybody. I don't ever want to find anything like that. Even if it's just a random person, you don't want to look at that. You don't want to, oh my God. Oh my God, that's so jeez. Oh my goodness. Oh my God, that's just, and it's so bad because, with this stuff, when you got to identify a body, they have the family come in, and normally they wouldn't even want the mother to look because of just how sad it's going to be. That's traumatized. She's forever traumatized. Like, forever traumatized. And y'all mothers out there, there's a lot of mothers out here that watch, like, my videos, and it's like, I just, oh my goodness. The stuff I talk about, y'all, I'm talking about these cases are so sad. And like he said at the beginning, all murder is bad. Yes, it's all horrifying by monsters. And everything I talk about, I might not sound sad. Trust me, y'all, a lot of these cases get to me off camera. I had to cry the other day watching and rewatching one. It's just so sad when you really think about it. We're talking about people who are deceased and, murdered in such gruesome ways and they can't come back. It's so heartbreaking. And then you got to think of the family that's involved. Now they have to deal with this tragedy and go through this whole process, and they will never have, to be honest, they will never have full closure because their loved one can't come back. It's so sad.
Happy-go-lucky daughter, sister, niece, and friend that touched many lives with her warm heart and smile that could light up a room. The family adds that on her 10th birthday, rather than asking for gifts, she organized a fundraiser for Riverbend Humane Society. She held a very special place in her heart for animals.
About her, I need
Lisa's
to get
mom
to him real quick.
You could say was that he admitted his guilt.
That's the mom.
He is incarcerated long enough that he can't hurt anyone else. And also that Lisa's life was acknowledged, that he had taken it, and also Baby Bean, her life was acknowledged. And with this plea deal, all of those were met. So,
and you didn't have to sit, thank goodness, through a trial, which can just be so excruciating.
Correct. Yeah. Early on, I had wanted to go to trial, for him to have to sit in front of a jury and confess and acknowledge what he did. But as the time wore on,
it was like 3 years ago.
And the continuances and the delays. Again, since all of my goals were met, and it was a long enough sentencing, I felt comfortable accepting the plea deal.
Now, as I mentioned earlier, the relationship between Lisa Dodd and Holloway had been described as abusive, on again, off again. Heidi Knoll actually found Lisa that day in 2022.
I had recognized the severity of this relationship and the potential for tragedy. So every day I made contact with her, either by phone or text, and there was a delay from when I had talked to her the night before and didn't get a response from a text. So the next day I went to investigate to see where she was and if everything was okay. And I was actually the one that found her. So
I'm so sorry. I can't even imagine finding.
I would have to say that God protected me in it. That I wasn't in the room long enough, and I only saw enough that I knew I couldn't intervene, and that it was a crime scene, and I needed to leave. So
I'm so sorry. You said you recognized that the relationship was not a good one. I know it had been described as on again, off again.
And before they get into this, watch this. Look how quick that was. It's a really strong lady, because like a strong woman, oh my goodness, I don't know how I would react in that situation. I would pass out most likely, and run out and pass out 100%. Oh my goodness. But the relationship, you see, she's a mom. She did exactly what she was supposed to do. That's her daughter. Protect her daughter. Check on her daughter every time. Texting her, and right when she didn't get a response, she went to go check on her, and that's how quick it happened. That's a lot of these crimes. And like, you have people that always check on them. We did a case, another head case. Crazy how recent that was. This woman got her head cut off by her boyfriend, and he was abusive to her and her friends. I just wish they called the police, because the next day they went to go check on her and she was decapitated. And it's just crazy how it's just so quick. They should have just told her to leave, come over to my house, or go pick her up, or call the police, anything. But it's crazy how something like that escalates so fast. And that was overnight with this one that we're talking about with the boyfriend. But yeah, Yeah, these people, y'all, they're manipulators. No, I'm talking about the guy. Manipulators, abusers, and they will harm you. And I think once you get that in your head, it's like you're on alert 24/7. But the good thing about this is that you have family that are always on alert for you. I'm that family member. You tell me one thing about your partner, and if you're still with them, I'm looking up everything. I have notes about all my sisters, like if, whoever they date, or if they dated like more than one person. I got that information. I'm that person. You need that one person in the family that has all the information, just in case. And then I'm also the one to tell you to leave. So yeah.
And
Yes, in the beginning, it began as control, and just wanting to know her every move. And then in the year prior to this happening, there were three significant instances where he had physically abused her. And we took every means we could she was 22, so she was an adult. There wasn't a lot we could intervene in, but we had changed phone numbers and um, different interventions to try to have her recognize that it was not a safe environment for her. So,
I guess I would like you to tell me how you want people, what you want people to know about Lisa, and was she excited to become a mom?
she was very much looking forward to becoming a mom. Um, we were planning her baby shower, and I had
That's
just the
so
Saturday
sad.
before this happened sent out baby shower invitations. Um, One of the sad things is that the date that was supposed to be her baby shower ended up being her celebration of life. So, yeah.
Tell me about your daughter. I mean, what do you want people to know about her?
My hope is that this event doesn't define who she was. This is a tragic occurrence that happened to her, but it wasn't who she was. It shouldn't define her. She was a very giving person. She had a smile that lit up the room. Um, she was always there to lend a helping hand to anyone in need. Um, so just the fact that she was a giving person and had a big heart, and she felt she had a blessed life and she wanted to share those blessings with others.
This is so heartbreaking. Y'all know something? Maybe it's just me because I don't understand how people go back to these type of relationships. But that's literally just me never having to deal with something. I never had to deal with anything like that with domestic violence. But a lot of people deal with it. It's interesting. That's what I'm gonna say. Okay, it's interesting. Maybe I just think it's a lot of manipulation going on that's involved in this because she said at the beginning he was controlling. Where are you? Where you're? It'd be like that. These questions. Where are you? Where your location? What are you doing? What are you wearing? You're not wearing that real control, and that stuff is so scary to me. Like, don't tell me where to go. You don't need to know where I'm at 24/7. Like, especially when we're not married, and even if we're married, I'm like, I can tell you where to go. I'm gonna tell you where I'm going, but you I'm not doing the controlling stuff. That's not what's happening. But when I'm just dating somebody, I don't have to tell you where I'm at 24/7, or at least that's what I believe. And yeah, I don't have to tell you where I'm at 24/7. But it's weird that you have men that they really want to control women like this. And obviously this is not every man, but a lot of the cases I have done have been like similar to this, and it's sad. Then she said it got violent. Three incidences where he put his hands on her. Right there, he should have been arrested. Like, come on. But she's young, and like they said, she's an adult, and make her own choices. Learn. Unfortunately, it's like he took her life, and it's like you can only do so much for somebody who wants to get help. But they tried to help her. They changed it. They tried to show her, but that dude is crazy, and it's like it's sad. It's sad that like he really took her life that way. This dude is a psycho. Oh my god. I personally would have went to trial, but I 100% get why she didn't. Like she said, they got everything they wanted out of it. Also, it was just dragging on. You wouldn't want to keep reliving it, seeing pictures. You wouldn't want to relive that whole incident. So I 100% understand that. Yeah, y'all just be careful who you date out there. They really do hide. It's y'all, one thing I'm actually thankful for TikTok because a lot of women tell their stories and tell their stories. And they talk, a lot of people talk about, like, even though, like, some of the on the cases, like the little clippets I put on my channel, on my TikTok, I do little clippets of my cases, and there's always somebody, like, they're talking about, like, their experience. And I have seen like many women talk about, like, them being abused by their boyfriend or partner and getting away, and it's just sad. But on TikTok, you see that, you hear so many stories. They tell you what happened, and they tell you how they got away, or they tell you that they're trying to get away, and they get a lot of support in the comments, which you should. Women supporting women, that's what we need. Young and old, it don't matter, because you see these young people be abusing too, y'all. The youngest one I have done with, like, domestic violence and murder, the boy was 16 years old, and he was, like, controlling and abusing. It was mad his girlfriend broke up with him, and then he shot her mom in the head while she was holding her other baby. Horrifying. Oh my God. I think they charged him as an adult. Thank you. But you have, like, some really messed up people, and I don't want to hear nothing about your brain not being. No, we need to screw that. People know right from wrong, okay? People know right from wrong. Screw the whole brain not development. The psychologists will bring that stuff up. You know, I don't want to hear about that. You know right from wrong. You know what not to do. These people are controlling, and they literally just, it's like it'd be the men who, and I'm just saying men because of this case, but seriously, it'd be women and men, but it'd be people who like, abuse people and want to control them, they can't take rejection, they have never been loved, they have family issues, daddy issues, mommy issues, one or the other. They hate themselves, they're just unhappy with life, don't do anything, don't want to, like, just, like, figure their life out alone. It's those type of people who can't be alone. Those are the type of people who commit these type of crimes, and it's so scary that there are a lot of people out here like this, y'all. Oh my goodness. And I don't know if it's something that click in their head that make them do this, but it's ruining their lives. It's like, y'all are going to prison, and that's what if y'all want that, that's you. Stay over there. This stuff is scary. He decapitated this pregnant woman who was 8 months pregnant. 60 years, yeah, get him out of here. He's gonna be gone before, I don't even think he's gonna live this out. He's gonna be, like, in his 80s, almost 90s. That's a good plea deal. Get him out of here. If he make it that far, get him out of here. Your life is over. I hope you get touched in prison. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Ladies, stay safe, stay aware, stay alert. This is for you guys. Be careful. This stuff raised awareness for me. I need to be careful. That's why I watch this stuff. Just be aware at all times. And on that note, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.